And with that, we welcome you live here to EIF Bonafide Fights, the 4th annual installment. As always, I'm your host, EIF owner Carney. We are getting set to be underway. All one-on-ones, all night long. A pay-per-view that has had wild success in the past looks to repeat that trend here in 2015. Welcome in, everybody, here on the EIF Network. We get set for our first match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is contested under extreme rules for the vacant EIF Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first from St. Louis, Missouri, representing Daniel Bryan, Prismatic Nebula. And while Tripod will be saying yes, he will be saying fight Owens fight in just a few weeks when he represents Kevin Owens with his first overall pick, the selection of our first round draft for Superstardom for 2K16. But for now, he looks to win the title with DB and carry it into 2K16 with KO. Again, guys, we want to remind everybody tonight's originally contested opponent, the champion DZ, has been vacated due to emergency reasoning, and we'll cover more on that as details emerge. But rest assured, DZ will not be done with whoever walks out with the championship tonight. As many times as we see it, no matter who represents him. Tyron Hunt, Detchen at one point represented Taker. We've seen so many, but it never gets old seeing the entrance of the dead man. Introducing his opponent. From Houston, Texas, representing The Undertaker, this is Tyron Hunt. We mentioned Tyron Hunt has been struggling as of lately in the win columns, but he is a tombstone away from erasing all of that and becoming Intercontinental Champion. DZ forced to relinquish that championship tonight, but Tyron Hunt hoping to take the championship with him to Death Valley. He'll have to stop a Prismatic Nebula who has been on a bit of an inconsistent basis himself. So both these guys have been struggling to find the win column. They've been in L's more times than not, and I know that one of these two will break out of that spell in our opener tonight. This is the first of our 4 championship matchups here at Bonafide Fights this evening. And we are guaranteed that this first one will change hands. As you saw, nobody is coming in with it, but somebody is leaving with that. The EIF's Intercontinental Championship, the highest prize at the mid-card level. Who will emerge victorious? Again, extreme rules. Anything goes, all good in the hood. It's going to be size versus speed in this matchup. Tyron Hunt representing The Undertaker, a man who has quite the size advantage, also a powerhouse compared to Tripod, who's going to use Daniel Bryan's speed to run around the ring. Don't forget, both these characters represent pinfall moves as they also carry submissions. So it's going to be interesting to see which each one of these superstars elects to attempt. Now, historically, I can tell you from the track record as we get set to invite these guys to their championship matchup, Tyron Hunt has been more favorable to using the Tombstone piledriver, while Tripod is a true 50-50 competitor. As we see a network error, we're going to have to wait just a moment here. If you were watching it on our kickoff show, you'll know that some delays do occur due to the game's inconsistencies. But again, Tripod's a real 50-50 guy. Now, when he got Daniel Bryan back in late May, he originally was using the running knee for the majority of the time, but he has proven in desperate situations to elect to cash in on that submission hold. But Tyron has it as well. Tyron's a little bit different, though, for Tripod because Tripod does have a little bit more of an advantage, being that it is a stand-up move. Tyron's must be performed from the ground position. That isn't to say, though, that Tyron Hunt cannot hit a Tombstone piledriver. And speaking of Tombstone piledrivers, we have an announcement for this matchup right here. Just now, it has been allowed in the past, but we're confirming that for this match, Tombstone reversals may not be pinned off of. So again, Tyron Hunt versus Prismatic Nebula for the Intercontinental Championship. The invites have been sent. We did have a pre-show match. Of course, that was not the actual pay-per-view, so we are going to get set for Bonafide fights. And we still have 8 matches, including this one, guys. This is a locked and loaded event. You also got to wonder somewhere, although he isn't able to be in the arena with us tonight, you have to wonder if somewhere DZ is getting an opportunity to perhaps get to watch this Intercontinental Championship match unfold. And you got to know that he is thinking he is going to be coming after whoever is holding this championship by the end of tonight. The Tripod's held a lot of championships this year. A number of different reigns. We also want to make sure that Tyron Hunt and Prismatic Nebula also make sure they're quitting out of their Twitch apps to ensure the best connection. Tyron Hunt will resume the role in the top right corner. Connection seems good. Ding, ding, ding! And Bonafide Fights, the pay-per-view, is officially underway as the Intercontinental Champion, former Intercontinental Champion Tripod, kicks things off with a crucifix. Tripod is claiming that this will be the 3rd Intercontinental Championship reign for him if he wins tonight. And he is starting out to a rambunctious beginning, similar to what we saw from Lizman against Untamed Legend. Now, Lizman did emerge victorious, although the referee didn't seem so from that little scrum. But Lizman was trialed at points in the match in the later goings from Untamed Legend. Tyron not looking to get it in that landslide mode that Liz got earlier as an inside leg kick connects for Tyron. Again, it's power versus speed. This has went back and forth in the past. Suplex connects for Tyron Hunt. Tyron now standing over Tripod. He was trying to get up. Tyron stopped him. Throwing him down as Tyron is still outmatched in momentum just by a tad. Headlock stopped and reversed from Prismatic Nebula. And wait a minute, he's heading out of the ring. Well, that's called Extreme Rules for a reason, I guess. We can get to some furniture rearrangement if we want to. Tyron Hunt, what the? Well, Tyron Hunt, apparently there's some slipperage right on the mat there. Not sure if the wet floor sign was there or not. I didn't see it, but Tyron Hunt took to the skies either way and cleared the rope, the top rope that is, attacking Tripod on the outside. Now Tripod, Irish whip, Tyron Hunt stopping. Tyron's got to avoid the speed. He does, countering with that running DDT right on the outside. Again, this is all legal, folks. Leg drop connects for Tyron Hunt. Tyron goes to the ground grapple. Tripod with a reversal. Tyron Hunt again with a back body drop. been a while since Tyron's been a champion. In fact, I don't know if our research crew in the production truck would know this or not, but I got to wonder if Tyron's even held a championship yet in 2K15. See, ricochets the back of Tripod's head using that hair. Hit him on the back of the padding. And Tyron again with a back body drop. He's got a signature. He is taking it to Tripod. And Tripod's at a disadvantage here. He didn't know he was going to be facing Tyron. Wait a minute, these guys might be heading up the ramp. Or maybe not. The Tripod going to go under the ring apron. Tyron's got to try and run and stop him. And here's Tripod with a baseball bat, and of course, shout out to typical Tripod here. And he's got a signature from it. 4 consecutive shots using the baseball bat. And 5. Tyron again hit with it. And Tripod with a taunt. He's got back into this match. Just like that, using the baseball bat, and Tripod trying to encourage extreme rules. This is exactly why you don't fall into his folly as he gets hit with a reverse STO from Tyron Hunt. Tyron with an inside single leg kick. Stomp there, and these two are close. Ground reversal. Tripod's got a finisher. Tyron has to be careful. He gets hit with the leg lariat. And of course, Tripod's going to get in the ring now. And Tripod is one of the dirtiest players in the game. I know that's a cliche thing to say, especially for those Ric Flair fans out there. Tripod knee driven into the outside. But again, I mean, he really is somebody that does that. Tyron's got a finisher as well, though, now. And Tyron Hunt, wait a minute. Tripod Irish whipped right into the ring. This is not good for Tripod. Finisher! Finisher! And he didn't reverse! He did not reverse! Tombstone pile driver connects for Tyron Hunt. Tyron Hunt, Tombstone, he could be looking to make quick work here. Center of the ring, shoulders down, hooks the leg. Does he have him? 1, 2, Tyron wins the championship. Tyron is the new Intercontinental Champion, and I can't believe it. He wasn't even scheduled. Tyron Hunt did it! I can't believe it. He wasn't even scheduled for the championship tonight, and he ends up becoming the Intercontinental Champion. DZ is Triple H, and I want to mention Triple H and Undertaker have a pretty known rivalry dating back to a couple of WrestleMania matches. So we may be seeing something like that yet again. As Tyron Hunt again kicking the show off, becoming our new Intercontinental Champion. Congratulations to Tyron Hunt. Well, he wasn't even scheduled. Right place, right time. That's exactly what ended up happening for Tyron Hunt tonight. He defeats Prismatic Nebula, who takes another devastating loss. And we do want to apologize for Mr. Nebula's comments that may have been heard on the network here. We didn't know he could break the sound barrier. He has broken a couple of buffet tables in his past, but this one was a first for him. All right, so we're going to take a quick pause here. We'll be right back, guys, just a few seconds.
Shouldn't even be allowed to use a title shot to go for it because he lost 2 Intercontinental title matches, 2 Undisputed Superstar title matches, and the Money in the Bank. I don't think he should be allowed to use it.
All right, and so we are getting set, as I said. We'll only take a brief break, but we are getting set for our second match of the night. Now, it might be third, depending on whether you count the pre-show match as our opener or not, which you can, but we are going to get set for our first Extreme Distortion match of the night, guys. We got number 1 contender, James Arkoffel, number 1 contender for the X-Division Championship, going one-on-one with NBC Master. Now, although it isn't the preferred opponent for James, who would like to see Wicked Jr., James is looking to prove, or Master, rather, looking to prove to James why that's not the right guy going for the X Division Championship. Master has a lot of confidence in himself. He says, hey, it doesn't matter what brand you throw me in, I'm going to do good either way. And he's going to look to prove that to James Arkoffel. And one would imagine with a win over the #1 contender for that X Division Championship, probably do a number of wonders for Master. We get set here. This matchup, our second match of the actual pay-per-view. Third overall. We'll call it third overall. We'll stick with 3, guys. But this is our first Extreme Distortion matchup. And again, we were confirming that there was going to be a new champion for the Intercontinental title. We knew that going in because of the championship being vacated, but just to recap, I still don't know that a lot of people really thought Tyron had it in him, but yet again, this kid is the upset kid. He's able to do it once more. Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first on his way to the ring, James Arkoffel. James Arkoffel representing the same music that Lizman represented using Bo Dallas earlier. So James is obviously, you know, he's been stirring the pot a little bit more so in EIF as of late, but getting a few more wins. His confidence is getting up, and now, hey, he thinks he's a big deal. As you can see, he is showcasing himself here to the EIF audience. James just looking for more confidence heading into his X Division Championship match. Could very well be this coming week against Wicked Jr. We don't have an exact timetable on that, but we more than likely are going to provide that championship match for you here on Twitch. Don't forget, anything you missed, because I know some of you guys may have missed our kickoff show, anything you miss is going to be saw on our new YouTube channel, EIF Archive, EIF ARCHIVE. Again, EIF Archive, the new Extreme International Fighting channel on YouTube, and this dates back even prior to tonight's kickoff show. You can go back all the way to our inaugural broadcast of Vengeance. We even have some exclusive WrestleMania 8 footage never before seen on the EIF network. So a big opportunity for you guys to get a glimpse at some of the past, present, and of course tonight, the future of EIF here on Twitch. Introducing his opponent, making his way to the ring, this is NBC Master. Now, there's another guy with a chip on his shoulder, although Master knows just recently he was able to break out of some tough losses. He was on a bit of a losing streak there, but he was able to get a big win this past week when he defeated Prismatic Nebula. How about lost to Master and Tyron in 1 week? Ouch. Both superstardom, I might add. It's been tough times for Tripod. Master is looking to be, hopefully, after that win, what he's thinking is the end of those tough times and into an extended period of success. And it's going to have to continue if he can get over James tonight. And it's very interesting for the X Division field, guys, because it's becoming a wide open area right now. And again, we mentioned, you know, James, he's #1 contender, but if you lose, yeah, you might not lose your #1 contender spot necessarily, but you certainly have just lined up the next guy if you fail. So James is going to try and prevent that. We'll ask that those players do not join that invite, as a network error has occurred. Also want to remind our competitors, although this may get a little bit repetitive throughout the night, to please make sure they have both their Twitch apps crashed. We know that our competitors do sometimes like to watch their entrances. We're completely fine with that here. But as far as it goes for in-game match purposes, we ask that they don't. But we do ask that you get back on right after. Don't want to miss any more action. Up next, we are hoping for Frost and Beatdown. We'll get back to a Superstardom match. Again, Frost and Beatdown, two very well-known competitors, very familiar with each other, and the two most recent Superstardom champions prior to Hypermaniac being on the tenure that he currently possesses. But again, they are set for one-on-one action after this. You guys can see right now our Xbox Live again dimmed down. I do want to let some of our viewers know, in case you guys are at all concerned here, we want to let everybody know that for tonight's broadcast, because we are aware of the situation going on with Xbox Live being a little more iffy and inconsistent than usual, you may see a couple of, as we said, TV timeouts. We use that abbreviation, or I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, we use that terminology on our kickoff show earlier this evening. So again, guys, we may need to take those by actually crashing the game and resetting it up if this is what we need to end up doing. So again, right now, Xbox Live currently down, hoping to get it back up. And the game has been very inconsistent, but we only have 3 weeks left, guys. So, and one more pay-per-view to go after tonight. We'll get more on that for you guys just a little bit. A little bit later on tonight, we'll talk about that. We are getting, of course, set and prepared for tonight's event. Bonafide Fights, already 2 matches in the books. One champion, newly crowned Tyrant Hunt again, overcoming Prismatic Nebula. Xbox Live button is back up. And there's the invite, as we have sent them for both James and Master. And again, this is a normal matchup. Now, you guys did just see an Extreme Rules match. Didn't see a lot of weapons, I know. May have been a little disappointing for you guys, but don't worry, we still got a little bit more to come. And of course, we superstars here at EIF have proven time after time that there really doesn't need to be weapons for it to be entertaining. We've seen a number of entertaining bouts for these guys. And we're hoping for another one here tonight as Creative Content gets its first chance of the evening. James and Master locking it up.
Oh shit, it's fucking loading. No way. No way.
It's a miracle.
No. No, am I seeing this with my own eyes?
No, you're not. You're actually in a coma.
No way.
He's secretly in a coma.
This is not happening.
Close your eyes.
They're closed. Oh my god.
We're almost into this match, or hoping that we're almost into this match, well over 3/4 of the way through the bar. And we do thank you all for your patience, and we know how trialsome that can be for you guys, especially you viewers that have came in time after time after time. I know a core group of those players are EIF superstars, but I know there's some fans out there as well, and we can't thank you enough. So we're getting set. James will be asked to scoot back into that turnbuckle that he was originally at before. There it is. Nope, nope. Other one. There you go. You're doing better. All right. All right. Ding, ding, ding. And we are underway. Master and James, and Master is stopped immediately. Trying to use speed to his game. And it's going to be interesting. Now, James, we actually, although he is #1 contender for this X-Men Championship, don't see as much of James in ED. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of style he uses. And, well, we spoke of the X Division. Well, guys, although you guys cannot hear it right now, our X Division champion, Wicked Jr., has just entered the arena. So he is now listening and perhaps watching backstage, trying to scout the competition for James Arkoffel. And Master with the right hand, and Wicked Jr. also has a breaking news announcement about Superstardom for 2K16, and we're going to get back to you guys on that just after this match, as a left hand for Master connects. Try to focus on what's going on in the time of hand. Knee to the ribs and a leg lariat to follow up. Master certainly showing up James Arkoffel early on. Springboard. And a little bit of X Division style. He says he deserves an X Division title shot. Lizman was arguing the same thing earlier. And a signature already in hand for Master. Master kick to the side of James. And now wrenching up on the arms of James, stomping him back down. And we mentioned now this could be the in doing the undoing of James Arkoffel. He uses his first of 3 ring escapes, but it could be the undoing the fact that perhaps he isn't as comfortable in his ED shoes or his ED wrestling boots as he is with the R-Truth of Superstar. James trying to climb up top to surprise Master. That ain't going to work. Master going to go up with him, though, I think. And Master from the middle rope, a super angle slam. Or Samoan drop, whatever you prefer. Either one, they basically are the same thing. Finisher in hand for Master. Ground grapple is reversed for James. He's got to come back in this match. He gets reversed. Master, finisher gets reversed. Just like Untamed and Lizman earlier, and Master using ring escape. James with his first taunt. Master returning the favor, and a little bit more bravado as well. James, crucifix, takedown, signature, and a finisher in now for James. Master's barely even damaged. I don't think he's out of green yet, but James could upset him and surprise the young rookie. Oh, wait a minute, guys. All right, hold on. We need to stop the match for a moment here. So the crucifix signature is now a banned move because this was a signature. And, oh, okay, I'm sorry. It was just a regular move. So this will result in the match continuing following Master using a free grapple. Again, crucifix not allowed in the EIF, so Master, you may go ahead and get a free grapple, and the match will continue following your connection. All right, you may begin to reverse again. T-bone suplex connects for Master. Production truck, a brilliant number of eyes in there. James a little bit of a slap, though. Master looking to return the favor with a high kick. He stops, spin around the forearm, connects for James. Stomp on the leg is avoided. James does have a finisher, though, regardless. So Master goes for the enziguri. That may have gave James the opportunity. He elects not to use the finisher, but still regaining offense. Suplex connects. Over 20-plus viewers filing in here. Master uses his second ring escape, tuning in to EIF Bonafide Fights live here on the EIF Network. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you could be here. James with his second taunt we mentioned. Master dragging James away toward the center of the ring. Master is close to getting a signature. He might get one after this, but it's going to be a bit of a stretch. Speaking of stretch, he's beginning to stretch out James. Drop him down. And now Master with his second taunt. That's going to get a signature. That was a smart move for Master, knowing he was just enough there. Didn't want to take the chance of using a move that could have prevented him from being able to use a signature. And you have to wonder if James is going to start getting a little more worrisome. He was, and he's got the finisher. He saw Master had one, and now James, brainbuster connects. Hooks the leg. 1. And no, Master got the shoulder up at 1. He was not damaged enough. James is not able to do enough damage, and Master getting the shoulder up at a count of 1, but James is still retaliating, still trying to put some damage in on Master. Master with a ground grapple reversal. He's got a signature. It was reversed earlier. Single leg lariat connects to James. Ground grapple reversal for James. Now dragging Master toward the center again. It's going to be a suplex, not the brainbuster kind, but still enough to put more damage in. That's exactly what James is doing, and now he's doing a comeback. Doesn't count against the 5 taunts, but it will cost him an opportunity if he is not able to successfully hit this. And he failed on the very first attempt, and that is it for comeback. That ability's gone. James with 2 ring escapes allowed. Master has a finisher in his possession. Here's James. Oh, wait a minute. Holding the leg, and a suplex reversal connects for Master. Stomp on the ribs. James avoids it. Finisher! And I think, oh, talk about adding insult to injury. Brainbuster, he stalled the finisher of James Arkoffel. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Master with the victory over the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. And that's how you put yourself on the map for a newcomer. The winning ways continue for Master. And you got to look at that match. Master really took it to James early on. James certainly, much like we saw with Untamed and Lizman earlier, he began coming back. And just like that pre-show match that I'm alluding to, just at the time that James began the comeback, not enough gas left in the tank. It was a little too little too late, I guess you could say. But I guess the servers would say the same thing. Network error again occurring. But Master with a win over James Arkoffel. We mentioned about Lizman making some noise in EIF. Well, Master doing the exact same thing. And, well, we mentioned we're going to take a brief TV timeout, guys. We will do that a couple times throughout the show. We're going to hope that we don't have to do it as much. But when we return, more action here at Bonafide Fights. Stay with us. And we are back here live on the EIF Network. Bonafide Fights continuing. Our fourth match coming up, and it is a grudge match. We're seeing Frost and Beatdown, the two most recent undisputed Superstar champions, collide one-on-one tonight. Now, a little bit of a different story this time because Beatdown was using Y2J. Beatdown elects to choose a different character, Cody Rhodes, and I gotta be honest, he hasn't had as much success with Rhodes, but he's hoping he can change that around here tonight with a good win over Frost. Again, it's gonna be difficult. We're going to see if he can do so, though. And Frost, because he is using CM Punk, gets the opportunity to pick a number of variations of CM Punk. Because of that, he elects to use CM Punk 11-12 and the Night of Champions 12 attire. Speaking of CM Punk, well, we're talking about Superstardom, okay? I don't think he's going to be in the next game, but I did want to say that aside from that, though, we have two Superstar confirmations. We mentioned Wicked Jr., the X-Division champion who is watching in on his #1 contender's defeat to Master, has also elected to pick Finn Balor. Much like Tripod, he will be the first Superstar in EIF history to represent that character, followed by the 8th pick, Hybrid Maniac, who says nothing but yes, yes, yes. He could not get DB from Tripod this half, but he will start out with Daniel Bryan in 2K16. And the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, on his way to the ring, representing Cody Rhodes from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, he is the Beatdown. And Beatdown and Frost getting set. Big match coming up, and we do want to remind everybody again, if you need a recap of WWE 2K16 draft picks taken thus far, we've got Tripod with Kevin Owens, Ratluck with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Greedy with The Undertaker, Brutality with Randy Orton, Vinny with Seth Rollins, Wicked Jr. with Finn Balor, Beatdown with Mankind, Hybrid Maniac with Daniel Bryan. Coming up next, we have the 9th overall pick, and that is DZ, the now former Intercontinental Champion, is up next to make his selection. And we'll get confirmation on if he has any idea on who he'll be picking. As soon as we find out, we will get to you either here or on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us there. Now, introducing his opponent from New Hampshire, representing CM Punk. This is Frost. Frost getting set. Frost robbed out of his Superstar Championship from Beatdown. And although Beatdown isn't the one holding that belt anymore, it still makes Frost cringe a little bit that it was this man in his first ever main event championship opportunity. He got his first main event championship win. Frost knows the path and the trouble it took him to climb back to the main event. Earlier this year, he won the Superstar Championship, his first belt at the main event level in nearly 4 years. And Frost was still able to somehow do the unthinkable, while Beatdown on the other end able to get it in one opportunity. So you know that makes him cringe, and you know why? Because not only because he did it on his first time, because it was against Frost that he did it. So before Frost climbs back to the ascension of the top of Superstardom, he's going to take care of business with Beatdown here tonight. I want to remind everybody that's scheduled to come up next after this match. We'll have more Superstardom. I know it feels like a lot of it, but we are having the United States Championship, our second title match of the evening, set to be coming up after this. And that'll be the U.S. champion Neil, his first ever title defense in EIF against Killer Pac in his first championship match. And just like the last few matches, network error occurring right before them. That's a reoccurring theme here. If you guys have been watching the whole show, it seems like it's constantly happening right before we start the first match. So we will once again be waiting here. And we do apologize to you guys. All right, Xbox Live is back up. And we are going to get set here. Again, normal rules between Beatdown and Frost, and both these men looking to get their way back into the Undisputed Superstardom title conversation. It feels like it's almost been a bleak memory since they were last champions, although it was only 3 weeks ago. It's been a lot of time away from the championship for guys that were close to being champions. And you look at Beatdown, a guy who, yeah, he only held the title for a day, whereas Frost held the title for nearly 2 months. But at the same time, Beatdown spent the entire summer being a United States champion for the most part, exchanging reigns with Jetstar back and forth. So it does feel like a while since either of these guys have been champion, and I don't think either of them like the feel of it either. Invites have been sent. Beatdown is already in here. We are awaiting Frost. And we do want to remind you guys right now, while we have the moment with 20+ viewers live, to make sure that you follow us here on the network here at Twitch. Because remember, guys, just in a few weeks, we're going to be heading over to WWE 2K16. So if you guys want to see all the footage of the newest WWE game in their Epic series for 2K, make sure you come right here. It says the destination to do so. So right now we are hoping we're not going to have any connectivity issues. Don't know why we would. And Frost and Beatdown have been in a match before, along with myself, and the addition of another superstar at the time for their triple threat match. It was Magnebula, September to Remember, 3 weeks ago. Again, we do want to remind everybody, normally it's with network errors, but there are always other issues that sometimes do occur. That's what we're seeing right now. So we're, again, just trying to reset this and hope that everything is going to be working out. And we talk about 2K16, but we also have to talk about the conclusion of WWE 2K15. Now, while 2K16 is not scheduled to come out until October the 27th, 10 days earlier will be October the 17th. That will mark EIF's final day on WWE 2K15, and that's going to be with a pay-per-view, Fight the Fate. You can find it, again, just like Bonafide Fights, right here on Twitch for the EIF network. as EIF looks to send itself and 2K15 out with a bang. Most gamers for EIF will be sending it out with a break as they look forward to doing such things as cracking, smashing, breaking, burning, melting, and basically anything that makes WWE 2K15 an unreadable disc immediately following Fight the Fate. This is this is an awful game. But we're hoping for much better with 2K16, and there's a lot of news out there. We mentioned to you guys with the EIF Superstardom roster coming up.
The US title match, right?
But we also, of course, have over 120 or set to be 120 or so characters in the new WWE 2K16 game. So, again, very exciting stuff there for at least the Superstardom side of things. We're also going to be seeing 3 commentators for the first time. It's a little different than what we're used to seeing, I guess you could say, and much more. A lot of offline modes, and again, we haven't gotten as much as we'd like to hear about online, but we have been told it is an entirely revamped online system. What that fully entails, well, if you come back here to the EIF network on Tuesday, October the 27th, we might end up finding the answers to that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and exit and wait for the servers to come back up. So, guys, one of the things that we're actually waiting for right now is even though even though you guys can clearly see I'm in Xbox Live, sometimes when the competitors' Xbox Lives are currently down, which we are seeing this occur currently with Frost, that tends to interfere with their ability to connect to the game session. Despite the fact that I'm on Xbox Live connected to Xbox Live, inviting them, that can sometimes be an issue. So, again, we are going to wait here, and we do ask that you stay patient with us. We apologize for the inconvenience on this Saturday evening. The last Saturday in September, hard to believe. Time is flying by. And before you know it, 3 weeks will be here, and so we'll Fight the Fate. We're just waiting on the green light now from our competitor Frost. Tell us when it's safe to invite him. I want to remind everybody that Fight the Fate is actually our 6th annual Fight the Fate event. Pay-per-view event, and it has changed a lot. All right, Frost says the servers are back up, so we're going to go ahead and give this a try now. Guys, if this doesn't work, we're actually going to re-approach this match at a later time and shift the match card arrangements. But we hope not to do that, and an attempt to do that would, of course, be an attempt to make sure the connection for us and Beatdown is sufficient enough so that these 2 superstars can carry out this match. Highly anticipated match, one of many anticipated matches on tonight's card. Once again, Beatdown is in here first. Frost still connecting here. We're hoping that he's going to be able to get in the match, but keep you guys posted. Doesn't look like he's going to.
If this doesn't work, then I guess try it after. Yeah, game session no longer available.
All right, so guys, we are actually going to be shifting the arrangement of matches. We're going to go back offline to do some entrances here for our United States Championship match. That match is going to be happening next. We're going to take a brief timeout right now before we get that set. Again, guys, this is not going to take too long. So, again, brief timeout. Stay with us. When we come back, you're going to see your U.S. title match. All right, and guys, we are back, but we also have an announcement for the Superstardom Draft. DZ, who is unfortunately unable to compete here tonight, well, he is unable to compete, but he is able to pick his character for next half, and, well, it's a typical for DZ. He is going to be the man he is now, and the man he's been a number of times, the King of Kings. Triple H, DZ takes with the 9th overall pick. Perhaps Triple H with a suit this time. He does come with it. And although I don't like to get out of commentary, just out of curiosity, was Beatdown able to connect with Frost in their one-on-one attempt? Alright, so we are getting set here. Again, this is for the United States Championship. And now we are still planning to stream Frost and Beatdown after this, in which case we more than likely wouldn't do entrances for, considering we already have. Again, DZ picks Triple H with the number 9 overall pick. Number 10 up next is the former U.S. champion, Prof Jag. So we get set for the second championship match of tonight. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the EIF United States Championship. Introducing first on his way to the ring, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, representing Corey Graves. He is the current reigning and defending EIF United States Champion. This is Neil. Neil getting set for his first championship defense, while his opponent, the challenger Pac, for his first championship match. These two tore down the house, unexpectedly so, a couple weeks ago prior to Flair winning this championship. His first EIF championship as well. Again, we apologize for the inconvenience on the Frost and Beatdown match, but we are hoping that we will bring that to you after this, or at least at some point throughout tonight. This is our 4th match of the evening, our 2nd of 4 championship matches as well. Well, when you see these flashing colors, you're used to seeing Hollywood Rat, and we will be seeing him a little bit later on, but for now we are going to see that man, a young career thus far, but a long one in the making. Introducing his challenger, representing Victor from the Ascension, Killer Pack. I don't hope that these two will, yet again, as I said, have a repeat performance of what they had prior. This match, normal rules for the United States Championship. Titles can change hands on disqualification. There it is again, our second championship on the line tonight. The first one was guaranteed to change hands. This one is not. Coveted United States Championship can be crowned a new winner, or can Flair successfully retain in his first title defense? Answer to that about to be found out in a matter of moments. And you see Corey Graves and Victor, two former NXT superstars. Well, NXT has a reputation for being better than WWE, and EIF does too. And so we're going to hope that these two can provide that same electricity that we've seen in past situations.
Alright guys, I'm getting off the Twitch thing just real quick.
And we do want to make sure that Neil and Pac have their Twitch streams closed out.
I'm literally shaking right now because that's how nervous
Network error, don't even join it. Just like every single match. Hey, guys, I have a feeling we might have to get accustomed to this, at least for this evening. It is literally happened now in all matches that we have attempted. All right, Xbox Live is back up, so let's hope this works. Also, I do want to make a note here for later on this evening in our main event, featuring the Undisputed World Championship match between the champion Brutality and challenger Pepsi Killer. We may be seeing an attire alteration for Pepsi between his entrance and his match. So, again, guys, we'll let you know. But there's a slight miscommunication on our end there, but hopefully we'll be able to make up for it with a good quality match. We're hoping that we'll be able to also have a good quality match coming up right here. Positive thing, we do see both Pac and Neil in the matchup, as opposed to what we had with Frost and Beatdown recently. And again, guys, don't forget to follow us here tonight. We're going to be giving some shout-outs throughout the evening on some new followers. And although I didn't want to shout out to him, Greedy, following me, unfollowing me, and following me is not going to result in another shout out again. Killer Pac is apparently tributing this match to Rallick. So Rallick, if you're out there watching on the stream, I'm pretty sure you are. Pac is tributing this to you. You gave him a title shot, he said, so Pac wants to show you that he's worth the cost. And we're about to find this out in our U.S. title matchup. Ding, ding, ding! Underway, Pac, Flair, and referee is the first casualty. Dropkick connects from the U.S. champion to start things off. Again, disqualification, the title can change hands. It can also be retained that way. The official will be keeping an eye on Pac after that initial blow given. Back suplex connects for Neil. Slow pace to start it out. These two characters not known for the high-flying abilities, and that's okay. EIF can be entertaining through a multitude of ways, although speed was certainly a factor in Killer Pac's running strike. Stumbled up the U.S. champion, Irish whip reversal into the corner. He goes in a Luthez to follow up Orton style from Killer Pac. Victor is a part of the NXT DLC, so of course WWE wouldn't give him his own moves. 2K, I should say. An inverted back body drop delivered, and now one taunt in favor of the challenger. Killer Pack saying, bring it on, Flair. He was able to complete it just before Flair would have been able to get up and get a move. Flair and Neil, same person, I should let people know. Those that are not familiar with the alias names. Roundhouse kick misses. Spinning heel kick is reversed. Forearm barely able to connect there, and it's an Irish whip reversal. Now the U.S. champion hanging, but he's able to get a forearm reversal to Pack. Dropping down is the U.S. champ, sliding in underneath the bottom rope. He cannot, oh! Knee right to the face of the U.S. champion. A second taunt for Killer Pack. He was trying to get in quickly, and Pack with another Luthez. And you have to be relentless in matches, especially championship matchups. I think Pack is realizing this right now in his very young EIF career. It's his first title match. He wants to make a good impression. He's able to clip the champion as he's going to work right now on Flair. Flair did get the victory in their first one-on-one. Of course, this is prior to Flair winning the U.S. championship, so it was an obvious non-title matchup. Right now, he is not looking to be favored the same he was in his first match with Pack. Although it was a surprise when he beat him the first time. He could be looking for a come-from-behind win, which has been the theme tonight, but the come-from-behind victories have not happened. Flair not going to get momentum for that taunt. Big DDT connects for Pack. And Flair, I think, underestimating the fact that Pack is not near as damaged as our United States champion is. Pack with 3 taunts. Showing you, all right, man, you want to do a taunt, make sure your opponent is down. He is sizing the U.S. champion up. Another DDT. Flair showing a little bit of ring rust right now. Dropkick misses. The elbow did too, though. U.S. champion has him up. Headlock locked in. Dragging Pack towards the center of the ring. Scoop and slam connects for Flair. Stomp on the ribs. Reversed. Dropkick connects. Pack picked his one leg up. His other one was not. Running elbow on the ground doesn't work. This does. The Luthez it has in the past, and now Pack with a signature. Looking to make a second championship change hands in a year that has had a ton of title changes. Pack heading up top. He's going to have one heck of a distant jump here. Or perhaps he's going to wait for Flair to get up to take through the skies. U.S. champion on the other side of the ring. Using the ropes to get up. Now, what's Flair going to think? Well, U.S. champion was pretty smart there. They both have running moves that cancel each other out. Flair ducking underneath Pack. Pack jumping over Flair's dropkick simultaneously. Picking up the U.S. champion now is Pack. Headlock. Reverse from Flair. Russian leg sweep connects. Champion still showing some signs of fight. Ground grab reversal for Pack. And what a kick! Upending the United States champion. And putting his reign into question. Neil being picked up yet again. This is Pack with it. Irish whip. Into the turnbuckles he goes, and into the turnbuckles he goes again. This time, chest first. Not what he was intending on. Flair making a good read there, realizing he did have enough time to get that taunt in. And he now has one taunt. Kick to the midsection. A right hand. Another right hand. Plate of chops. Finisher reversed. Pack was going for the whole 9 yards on that combo. Flair saw it. U.S. champion gets a reversal. And now the tables have turned. Clothesline connects. Flair has that submission. He's made Pack tap out before. He's going to try it again. Killer Pack down. Wait a minute. He's near the ropes. Can he get over? Get back. Pack is down. Pack is hurt. Flair has the submission hold locked in. And he would not tap out. Not sure if Pack got to the ropes or if Flair just gave up based on the resiliency. U.S. champion picking him up though, but he certainly dealt a good deal of damage to Killer Pack, who's now in the corner. Grapple. Puts him on the top. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Flair. Hurricane Rana delivered to Killer Pack from the United States champion Neil. Running elbow misses. Neil running. Single leg takedown from behind. He's got a signature, but he's showing some wear and tear. Pack backpedaling now. Flair charging him, and the dropkick connects again. And normally that's canceled out by Killer Pack's running strike. Didn't seem he was ready for it right there. DDT gets reversed. Flair getting closer and closer to a finisher. And a second taunt for Flair. 2 taunts to 3. Maybe one move away. Not good enough. Running knee connects. Killer Pack now backing up. What's he thinking? Free move. You're waiting, Pack. And Pack is going to be called free move, so it's going to be a free grapple for Flair. Free grapple for Flair. Free grapple for Flair. You hit A. All right, there you go. Continue the match, guys. You can keep going. Killer Pack ended up waiting a little bit there, so. And now Pack's going to get a free move. All right. So now pick Killer Pack up and give him a free grapple. Careless mistakes being made on both sides here. All right, let the match continue, even though you guys don't know what a grapple is. All right, you walked away from him and let him on the ropes, and then you walked back to do a grapple. All right, well, either way, the confusion is hopefully cleared up. Mistakes on both sides of the battlefront. And this matchup continues. Flair does have a finisher. Pack already using 4 taunts. He's got 1 more left. He's going to go to the outside. Safe territory for Killer Pack and Flair, realistically, as nobody can get pinned on the outside. Flair now thrown into the barricade. Running at him was Pack, stopped from behind from Flair. The U.S. champion going to go back into the ring, or at least trying to, and he does. 3 taunts for Flair. If he finishes this, Pack still trying to get up on the outside. 3 taunts to 4. Challenger with more taunts. Killer Pack knows he could be a submission away from tapping out. This is where the staring contest can begin. Tough decisions to be made on either side here. And these two are realistically fairly inexperienced compared to some of the other competition. Flair with a headlock locked in. Quick snapping suplex. Killer Pack is, well, he's in red damage. This could not be good for him. And ground on is a finisher reversal. Finisher reversal. Clothesline from hell. Clothesline from hell. It connected. It connected. 1, 2. Pack wins the championship. Another new championship crowned or another new champion crown rather. Killer Pack with a clothesline. It just clipped Flair, but it was enough to dethrone the U.S. champion. And Killer Pack has won his first championship here in Extreme International Fighting. What a match. Debatable on whether it was better than the first one or not, but still a different ending than what we saw last time. Could it be the last time, or are we going to see more from these two competitors? Killer Pack, the new United States champion of EIF. Of course, championships do need to be defended every 2 weeks, and so there's no guarantee on whether Pac will be able to make it to Fight the Fate with the title or not. That will be determined here in the coming weeks, but he does win the championship regardless. We're going to go ahead and set this to make it official. 2 title defenses down, 2 to go. The first 2 have changed hands. What is the fate of the next? And of course, we are in the meantime trying to figure out the situation between Beatdown and Frost. Trying to cover some details, but in the meantime, again, go ahead and set this up to make it official. All right, so we're going to get set here. Let's hope for Beatdown and Frost. Any update on this situation, we'll find out.
I have no idea. They were not connecting during that match, like, to the party itself. So, yeah. I'm gonna invite Grady and Rallick, just in case. Oh, when's Legend coming in? Have you and Frost been able to connect? Beatdown.
I just 3 seconds before I connected, I sent him an invite, but I don't know if he's accepting it or not.
Great.
All right, so again, we are going to continue to try our best to update you guys on the Beatdown Frost situation right now. Both superstars have resetted their connections. That is a positive. And we do have some backups as a precautionary if need be, of course.
on Frost, Breeding Route, watching them in 2 world title matches. Anybody else know?
There's still 5 matches here to come tonight. 2 championships still have to be defended.
Who won the last one?
As Killer Pack becoming the new U.S. champion. Tyron Hunt, of course, won the Intercontinental Championship earlier. And again, guys, we really do apologize here to our viewers. I can't thank you enough for, trying to be patient with us here right now. We're just trying to make sure we can get these matches going. Just a lot of connection issues happening right now within both the game and the individual connections of some of our players themselves. So, again, the card hopefully not being altered, but we are trying to retool some of the things to make it organized. We do have both Frost and Beatdown in the party right now. So, we might go ahead and try this matchup. Hope that's going to work. And again, guys, if this is to work, we are actually not going to be playing entrances for these two. We already did the entrances earlier. So, sorry if you missed any of that. You hopefully won't be able to for much longer because we do have a YouTube channel now, the EIF Archive YouTube channel. And again, you can find that along with our website URL and Twitter information here on our Twitch page. Don't forget to follow us throughout the night for shout-outs.
Frost and Beacon can't.
So again, we are going to reattempt the Frost Beatdown matchup after a network errors for the 6th time tonight. I should say that is the 6th time that it network errored going into a match after getting on Xbox Live. So I think it's been more than that. Now Frost, we're being told, is connecting to the party. So he did reset his connection. I'm almost concerned that it was for the worse.
Could it be me joining? I can leave and try it again.
No, it's been Frost. It's been Frost.
Frost
Yeah,
can't
Frost.
connect to the party now.
Yeah, he's even got an X now.
And we do want to mention right now, thus far, going back to our Superstardom draft, we have 3 Superstars remaining that have eligible picks. Actually, I second that. We have a few more. So we're waiting on Prof Jag, followed by Deathlock, then Pepsi Killer. We also are waiting on Hostile Exile and Frost, who we're mentioning is unfortunately having some connectivity issues. And again, for more information, if you guys are interested and you want to know how can you pick your character on who you want to represent in Extreme International Fighting for 2K16, please let us know via Xbox One, and we'll fill you in with the details. Also, if you're not a member of EIF yet, if you have an Xbox One and you have 2K15, or hell, if you have an Xbox One and you're planning on getting 2K16, or maybe you don't have 2K16 or an Xbox One, but you're going to be getting one soon, make sure that you stay in touch with us on our EIF website. You can post on the Extreme chat board and reach out to me through Xbox One. Of course, if you have an Xbox 360, you can also contact me through messaging there. So we're going to go ahead and try and get Frost back in here. Unfortunately, that's been the fairly big obstacle we're dealing with right now.
If worse comes to worse, I mean, Jetbox always the option.
Go with Wicked, honestly. Just use Deathlock. We want to put Deathlock for the world title.
Just in case, yeah. Got it. Alright. That makes sense.
And we are getting, I am getting some updates from Frost right now. And while he is joining the party again, but we are dealing with some issues. He had mentioned, so not sure if we're going to be able to do the Frost and Beatdown match perhaps at all tonight. Go ahead and see if. And Frost is yet again now. Frost did bring it to my attention that they recently just got a new modem from their internet provider, Comcast. So that could certainly have resulted in the issues that we're now seeing. So may end up needing a replacement opponent for Beatdown. And we're going to give that a try in just a little bit, but for now, we're going to actually change up the card format. So, again, we're going to try and keep holding this off in the hopes that we will be able to get Beatdown and Frost the matchup. If that does not happen, we assure you we will still have 9 matches total tonight. There is going to be a match. If Beatdown's connection is solid, there is still going to be an opponent for Beatdown to face. However, we are going to switch it up. And next, instead of titles that we've seen being defended, it's going to be hair that's going to be defended. Coming up next, it's a hair versus hair match featuring Greedy and Ratluck, 2 of the long, luscious locked superstars in EIF. Prepare for one of them to take a trip to the barbershop because the loser of their match tonight will go bald.
This match is hyped, brought to you in part by me. Yay!
Thanks, Hybrid.
Suck me off, please.
Oh, Hybrid Maniac. You are the greatest video
I do want to let everybody know that unfortunately we do not have, we will not be able to get video footage inside the barbershops. So whoever does lose, we won't be able to actually show the trimming itself, but we will be able to show you the before and after, I guess you could say. And again, this hair versus hair match will be contested under Extreme Rules. Our 5th match of the night, hitting the midway point of tonight's broadcast. Glad you could join us here again on Bonafide Fight. It's been pretty exciting thus far, and we understand, you know, obviously the issues with Beatdown and Frost haven't been so fun, but still been having a good night. We're hoping that we can bring you that match, but if not, hey, we're still bringing you some other great matches, including this one. Following contest is a hair versus hair match, where the loser must shave their head bald. Introducing first on his way to the ring, from Sunnyside, Florida, he is Greedy. Greedy getting set for a big match here. It's not just hair, guys, it's pride. And Greedy and Ratluck, 2 of the top superstars in EIF right now. 2 guys that have been flirting with that ED World Championship for a little while. Guys have both won the Undisputed World Championship and Undisputed Superstar Championship this year. In fact, it's crazy. You look at this one-on-one only themed pay-per-view here tonight on the 26th of September, but you can look all the way back to the beginning of January at Ultimate Destiny, where Greedy won his first main event championship against Ratluck in a one-on-one. So via recent history, Greedy does have the number of our Hollywood movie star. Can that change tonight? And we mentioned this lighting. Normally what you see from Ratluck when we saw Killer Pac's Victor entrance, but this is the real Hollywood man. Introducing his opponent from Battle Creek, Michigan, he is Hollywood Red. Can you imagine this entrance with a bald rat? hard to believe. And Greedy, you know, we mentioned as the boas are able to teleport through the ring apron now into the ring. But either way, you know, we mentioned Greedy, he has not had the long hair all year long. It's slowly gotten into that. So Rowlick, I mean, we've seen this. You can probably go back to Vengeance and see Rowlick with this. And still, hard to believe. Same entrance and everything, and can you imagine that hair not being there? Crazy to believe, but again, Greedy has had the number of Rowlick as of late. Get set to take it to Xbox Live. Let's see if the repeating trend continues of me making a match and then being network error.
Alright, I'm on the game and I crashed Twitch. Xbox Live is currently down. I'm gonna back up.
Yeah, I don't think me and Frosting connected to another invite, but he's not joining again.
A network error. It happened again. All right. I didn't even send the invites out that time.
I mean, mine's been up.
Mine's been down now for a consecutive amount of seconds. Again, our pay-per-view event is scheduled to end in a little over an hour and a half, scheduled to end at 11. We still have 5 matches, including the one we're about to begin. Keep in mind they are all one-on-ones, so time constraints more than likely won't be as difficult as what we're used to dealing with. Although Xbox Live is still not up for myself. And the online servers are currently suspended. My favorite thing to be told.
I'm pretty sure he wants to suck your dick.
Who, Killer Pack?
I'm pretty sure maybe he already did.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what are the others?
We had a nice long.
Oh, I'm good.
How did he get that title shot?
For the servers.
One triple threat match. I put a title shot on the line in a triple threat match and he won.
Killer Pack is on a great. Is going on a great path so far. He's winning these matches like a real.
Is it the type of match you want to give me?
Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and try this once more. Let's hope.
It was very pleasurable for me.
The plague.
Very pleasurable.
Very pleasurable. Shut up, bitch. No, I don't want to see
I'm
that.
piss in your eyes, man. Shut the fuck up.
And we do want to also let everybody know that as of right now, we are going to make the announcement that if Beatdown and Frost can still not connect after this match, which unfortunately, guys, is looking like that is going to be the case, then we will indeed end up finding a replacement opponent for what is looking to be a Beatdown, as he's seeming to be the one that doesn't have the connection issues. We are ready and readying. Empty bar thus far. Hopefully that won't be for long.
My bar's pretty far now. Not really, but getting there.
Also, well, while we're waiting here, and I should let everybody know that while you can see on my screen, there is no loading. Well, never mind, I stand corrected. There was loading on the other guys' screens, so that is a good thing. And in the meantime, you know, just to give some credit where credit's due, and you know, thank the people that have been watching tonight. Just a shout out to 2 new followers here tonight, Habs Nation 76 and Nick 1025. Thanks for following us here on the EIF network. Remember, if you want to have your name heard on the stream or your username heard here on live on the EIF network, make sure you follow us, and don't unfollow and follow us. If you're already a follower, we're not going to mention you. So,
Sorry. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise.
sure you did, Greedy.
So, quick thoughts.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. So the Superstars elect to start in different corners than what we've been seeing through the usual. But either way, the referee is attacked yet again first. And Greedy stopped with a famouser from Ratluck. Again, hair versus hair, extreme rules, anything goes. This is our final scheduled Extreme Rules match of the evening. Elbow to the face from Ratluck. Drop kick is stopped from Greedy. Greedy goes for the super kick. Ratluck side swipes it. Right hand connects for Greedy. He goes for it again. Rat again with a side. And a Bulldog connects. Ratluck now. Waistlock stopped from behind for Greedy. Ratluck returning the favor. And Ratluck's clothesline stopped. Bulldog connects for Greedy. Ironic, because Ratluck hit a Bulldog earlier. So a little bit of anything you can do, I can do better being said by both these superstars. And Ratluck and Greedy both missed, but the referee sure as heck didn't. He's taken out. Greedy caught and catapulted with that German suplex from Ratluck. Fast-paced action early on in this hair versus hair Extreme Rules match here on the 4th annual Bonafide Fights pay-per-view live on the EIF network. Greedy heading to the top turnbuckle. Ratluck looking to stop him. And Ratluck heading up all the way to the top rope. High-octane impact here. So a sit-out superplex from Ratluck. I did not see that one coming. And Ratluck's heading up top yet again. Greedy is not joining him. He's still out on the floor. Moonsault connects. Flick my boogers at you. One time. Greedy said, don't flick anything at me. It'll get in my hair. I overheard him at ringside here. But, hey, you have to wonder. Might not have to worry about that in a little bit from now. His hair's gone. Irish whip reversal, and Ratluck gets taken out. Breathtaking clothesline from Greedy. Handle misses. Greedy now springboard, and that was great brilliance on the end of Greedy because you could see he knew Ratluck was coming toward him, so he didn't go for a long distance springboard. Close corners, and now Greedy corkscrew. Oh, that was actually a red arrow, and it missed. Ratluck with a signature. To the outside he goes. It's Extreme Rules. We've seen a baseball bat. Will we see anything new? Kendo stick time, and Greedy, no, he was able to stop him from the middle rope. What a springboard and one taunt for Greedy. He deserves it. That was impressive. Axe handle, and they both have signatures. Kendo stick now in possession from Greedy. He drops it. Ratluck runs into a fall-away slam. Greedy in control now. Waistlock reverse from Ratluck. Ratluck reversed as well. Greedy has him half Nelson suplex. And a second taunt from Greedy, getting ever so close to a finisher, perhaps one move away. He has it. Ratluck, jawbreaker reversal. Drop kick missed. Greedy again with a super kick, rocking the jaw of Ratluck. Greedy in the ring. Another breaking news announcement. We have confirmed Project's draft pick. We'll get to you on that after this. Ratluck with the kendo stick. Greedy, oh my goodness, super kicked Ratluck's face and that kendo stick. I thought it was about to be a front row souvenir. Ratluck gets caught again. Anywhere Ratluck goes is not safe. And now this fight going on the outside. Try to help the camera angle. Suplex. Oh! Ratluck suplex into that side barricade. And now Greedy heading underneath the ring. Seen a kendo stick and oh no, tables. Oh, we have an announce table over there, but Greedy bringing a table into play for the ring. Announce tables have been used as well in the past. And Ratluck getting up. Again, Ratluck was suplexed right into that side barricade. Awkward landing for the Hollywood movie star. Greedy goes for a finisher. It gets reversed on the outside from Ratluck. Spinorama reversal. Signature reversal, rather. And now, oh no, Ratluck thrown all the way across. And I think he rolled into the apron. Almost was going under the ring was Ratluck. Greedy now picking Rat up. Turns him over. Irish whip, Ratluck sent in the ring. And Greedy now doing a little bit of a dance. Now watch me whip, watch me nay-nay. Greedy gets in, Ratluck gets out. One ring escape, or two ring escapes. Oh, Greedy doing a little bit of the nay-nay. You know, Ratlock getting some steel steps. Greedy arranging that furniture ever so delicately. And Ratlock throwing the steps into the ring. Ratlock in now. Oh, and Greedy nearly had him, and Ratlock getting booed out. So he exits the ring. Fans not happy. Greedy now throwing the steps out of the ring. Ratlock messed up the table setup, and now kendo stick to the ribs. Throwing the kendo stick down. We hope that we will still be able to see that table. Scorpion death drop from behind. Ratlock has a finisher, and he's close to getting a signature. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Ratlock's doing it. Scotty, 2, ha, T, W, O, R, M, you know the drill. Ooh, 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 ooh. Worm connects. Ratlock, 1, 2. Ratlock has just about sent Greedy to the barber shop. The locks live on for the Hollywood movie star. Apparently, Hostile Exile is the designated barber. And so the next time you see Greedy, take a good look at that picture, because that is the last time you will see Greedy with the long gray hair. The Dana Brooke look-alike is about to be shaved. Nice to know I never have to manually exit my games due to all the network errors. Very convenient.
I really wanted to do something to you, but it's okay.
I cut your hair off while landing on the table.
It was double damage. I thought that was a really good match.
I know, that was.
I love the
Very
super kick
fast-paced, very
with the
intense.
kendo stick. That was crazy.
The sit out
The
suplex.
super. No, yeah, the suplex, the move that I hit you with, the moonsault. Moves that.
All right, and we are going to get set here. So it looks like, by all means, that we will.
No, I thought you had the leg split.
All right, guys, we are going to yet again be forced into another TV timeout, guys, so we do apologize here, but when we come back, we will have another match. Beatdown is going to be in action one way or another here on Superstardom. His opponent yet to be determined, and we'll get that answer for you and more when we return with Bonafide Fights. All right, guys, we are back, and so we are not going to be doing entrances for this match because we already did earlier, but we do have a character change here, so Beatdown is now going to be going up against X Division champion Wicked Jr. It's going to be quite the uphill battle for Beatdown, who has actually struggled as Cody Rhodes against really all competition as of late, unfortunately for him. Beatdown is going one-on-one again with Wicked Jr. It is now Cody Rhodes versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Texas Rattlesnake, who will be represented by Ratluck next year in WWE 2K16. And speaking of superstardom for characters, we also have our answer to Prof Jag's pick at the number 10 overall selection. Prof Jag picks the icon Sting. And Prof, with a main event character selection, is clearly trying to prove something, and that is to prove that he is ready for the next level and the next step here in EIF. I am ready for the network errors to stop. However, they have not. As another one happens. Deathlock is up next with the 11th overall pick, followed by Pepsi Killer. And, oh, wait a minute. We're actually hearing Frost for a second. What's this?
I think I might have just fixed it. My nat type just went from strict to open, so.
All right. Okay, guys. Correction here slightly. We are actually going to give Frost and Beatdown one more opportunity. That's right. Shout out to Christian. One more match. We're going to give it one more try here, guys. If not, we do have Wicked Jr., our X Division champion, prepared to go. Sorry about that, Wicked. You can go ahead and try here, and we'll go ahead and wait for the Xbox Live to come back up. Reoccurring theme. My favorite.
I forgot to hook up my Xbox to the new Wi-Fi. I was still on the old Wi-Fi.
No comment. All right, so getting ready for match 6 here tonight. Again, no entrances planned. It's going to be Frost and Beatdown. And since you guys were so patient in waiting, because I know we had to consistently deal with this issue, we're actually going to slightly make an alteration in this match. So Frost and Beatdown will now be fighting in an Extreme Rules match. And they will also be fighting in an Extreme Network Error match because it has occurred. So forget that invite. That's number 10 tonight. Keep a count here for our Twitch streamers. But again, this will now be an Extreme Rules match. This is our last Extreme Rules match of the night. Following 3 will be all normal. By the way, just out of curiosity, for those that do have, and I know this is out of commentary rule, but people can feel free to answer on Twitch. I'm sure NBA 2K16 has dropped for a number of people with the early access version. So, are the servers any better? All right, sounds horrible. So there you have it, folks, for those that are optimistic about 2K16. All right, so the invite has been sent. Now Beatdown is in. Frost is in. Guys, Frost is in. Not streaming? Oh, it's fine? We're all good? We're still on air? Okay. All right, for those of you that are having problems, we do suggest, if the video quality is at all bad, perhaps trying to use a different platform to stream on, such as laptop or smartphone devices. If you're not using, or if you're already using one of those, perhaps a game console, such as this Xbox One. And again, if all else fails, try refreshing the page as well. That can also help provide quality. Again, we're talking to a few people here in our production truck. They're saying all signals are good. And I will let everybody know we are actually running at a higher stream rate than usual at the 1400 level. So hopefully the quality has been somewhat improved from what you guys have seen at the previous 800 level. And from what I've heard thus far, it has been, so we hope that you guys are enjoying that. Now, I should note that the next one may have to be yet again lowered because I'll actually be at a different location for when we stream for Fight the Fate. But the positive is Beatdown and Frost are in the same ring. As we'll ask Frost to go down to the turnbuckle that he is supposed to, and he does. All right, guys. We didn't think it was going to happen, but it is. Ding, ding, ding. And due to the poor never performance, the voice chat feature has been disabled. Good job, guys. All right, slow motion for me to start. And now Frost. Crossroads, it's over. Stole the finisher. Just kidding. They just put that move in the game for no reason. And, well, we're going to call that fine. I'm going to say all is well on that enziguri. And we'll get a production truck review on a strong strike from behind. I think it was from a side angle, so, again, we'll hear what they have to think in just a few moments as the match continues. Ruled good from the production truck. We continue. Crossbody from the middle rope from beatdown. Get a little bit of connection issue. We did mention Frost getting a new modem, so hoping that everything is well. As of right now, no delay still. A little bit of a chop here and there, and arm drag reversal from Frost to beatdown connects. Frost with a significant character advantage over beatdown, who's, again, really been struggling. I mean, probably didn't want me to mention it, but I have to. Killer Pack, our new U.S. champion, owns a singles victory over beatdown as of this week. So beatdown has definitely not found his groove with Cody Rhodes yet. Perhaps some practice earlier before tonight's event did help him. We'll find out. Shout out to Raymond. Scoop slam on the arm. Former 11-time world champion, EIF Hall of Famer. Occasionally tunes in on the broadcasts. And before Brutality, Raymond, of course, referred to as the greatest superstar this league has ever known. And there are some theorists that believe Raymond still is over Brew, although statistics will contradict that to some level. Float over neckbreaker connects for beatdown. And we also have breaking news again. We mentioned this is a superstar match. We do have Deathlock's pick ready for you guys. And his name is John Cena. Deathlock with the 11th overall pick. John Cena, the same character that he's been representing this year. Deathlock has been wildly successful with Cena, and they say, you know what? Why stop something good? Deathlock with John Cena. That brings us to number 12 as picks have been flourishing. Beatdown gets stopped on the outside, attempting to taunt from Frost. Frost picking up beatdown. They now begin the fight on the outside. Extreme Rules. Frost thrown into the railing, and now beatdown running into the ring. Again, Extreme Rules doesn't mean there needs to be weapons, although we certainly don't need to disencourage it. Frost on one end, beatdown on the other. Perhaps it is time to get extreme. We've got ladders from Frost. Who says they can't steal the show? They have had great performances in the past. Beatdown with the baseball bat. And I don't know if Frost is happy about his weapon selection. The two sluggers jostle for it. Beatdown again, getting reversed from Frost. Joustling on top of the ladder, and Frost gets rid of the bat. That's how they want to play. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Neckbreaker right on the ladder to Frost. And Beatdown going to use this to his advantage. Frost nearly ran into. He takes the ladder out of the hands of Beatdown. Ladder run right into the face of Beatdown. Yeah, this wasn't supposed to be Extreme Rules, but due to people having to wait, we reward you for your patience. And I think Frost is trying to reward the viewers as well. He's got a lot of making up to do. Frost at the top of the ladder. Beatdown uses ring escape. Frost goes out after him anyway. Onto the outside. Frost diving to the outside. Crashed and burn go the two superstars. And he's still not done. A little bit of lag for you. Well, oh my goodness, it's not a little bit, it's a lot. Elbow drop to the back from the top. Again, Frost just crashed and burned, but he is riding this wave of momentum. Beatdown having no room to breathe. Single leg lariat. It looked like Beatdown awkwardly ran into that announce table. And again, Frost takes to the air. High risk, high reward for the former Superstardom champion who Hurricane Rana's Beatdown. Finisher in hand now, Beatdown with a reversal. Trying to gain the upper hand. A float over neckbreaker again. An earlier one knocked Frost back first on that ladder. And now Beatdown with steel steps in possession. Frost not in a nice territory. He gets hit right into the back and shoulder first. Steel steps. And he's able to get in the ring in time and avoid them. Diving out though, and Frost might have hurt him or hurt himself on those steps on that outside dive. Crazy action between these two. Irish whip in the ring. Frost has a finisher, the capability to end the match after an already impressive and thus far though, but beat down with a second ring escape. Beatdown getting in the ring. Frost will just simply wait. Beatdown having a targeting issue. Frost looks like he was trying to knock down the ladder. Beatdown is knocked down by the referee, and Frost could be looking to take advantage. Kick stop though. Beatdown now has the signature. And Alabama Slammer. Shout out to Bob Holly. Connects. Beatdown with a finisher, as does Frost. He's down to one knee in fatigue. This could be Beatdown's first win as Cody Rhodes. From behind, Crossroads connects. And Beatdown low on stamina. He's got to get over there. Beatdown trying to get up. Frost is down. The Crossroads connect. Shoulders down. 1, 2. Beatdown gets the victory. We mentioned high risk, high reward for Frost. He entertained through the air, but unfortunately it was just not enough. As Beatdown able to take the upper hand. Alabama Slam followed by a Crossroads, the 1, 2, 3, and Beatdown gets the victory over Frost. Good match, guys.
Fuck, I thought he had that the entire match too. Fuck. I was trying to have fun. Oh, I was going hard, man. There's no doubt about that. I didn't really care about the outcome. I was just trying to have fun with it.
Network error. Alright.
All right, you guys are seeing on the screen something that's the common theme of tonight. Whether it's one-on-ones, 5-mans, 4-mans, or more, network error is always here, bringing you the delight of no Xbox Live. Did I mention it's also part of the reason, along with split screening, for the reason why we do not have an Elimination Chamber? There's not a single Elimination Chamber match that happened in EIF this year. There was an attempted one at WrestleMania 8. That did not work. So we're going to take one last timeout, guys. We will be right back. Following this timeout, this is going to be it. After this timeout, we are going in all 3 matches. Now, I should mention, though, the only reason that we would need to take another one and a final one is if we were to have some additional connectivity issues that we are not planning on having. So again, guys, when we return, we have 3 matches left, our big 3 of the night, including both world championships, both undisputed championships yet to be defended. We will be back on Bonafide Fights. All right, we're back here with Bonafide Fights, and guys, it is time for our, basically you could call it a triple main event, and we're going to get started with a match that is simply legendary.